How do I know which item I can sell when I follow competitors? How do I know I can pick an item, list it to my store, and be sure this item gonna sell? So I'm gonna show you in this video, in this lesson, it's lesson number 3 in chapter number 3, how you can follow competitors and how you can basically filter and analyze which item you can copy from your competitors. Of course, you need to improve your title. Of course, I recommended you to make market research and niche research and find similar items. You are going to learn it in the next chapters, but it's also possible when you follow competitors and you see that there is item with low competition and high demand, and that you can sell this item with a good competitive price, to copy item from your seller. It's alright to make it if the demand is high and the competition is low. So let's see how we do it. So in the last video you learn how to analyze the seller, how to find out what is a good statistics and good titles and so on. So basically you do the same things, and after you search for the statistic and you see that this is an interesting seller by the country, like we said. As you can see, this is an Israeli seller here, and most of the Israeli sellers are drop shippers. They have a nice statistics, 46% sell-through rate. It's interesting. It's total 6,000 active listings, 2,909 sold items in the last 30 days. Sell earnings is high, 59,000 in total, and $20 average selling price. You have 5,900 active feedbacks. Sorry. And this is an interesting sellers by the statistics. And when I'm scrolling down, I see the pictures, a lot of white background. So probably this is Amazon again. And look on the titles of these sellers. This is interesting to see. If you remember the last sellers that we looked, let me show you if we can see another seller. This one, for example. Look at the short titles here. Look all the small signs. Look the lines, right? Look all these things. As you can see, these sellers not investing to the listings, but these sellers is exactly the opposite. These sellers make market research. These sellers build SEO titles. You can see very clear that the titles are completely clean for any things that can waste space. He used 100% keywords and words that describe the items. He don't waste any space for some signs or things that are unnecessary. You can see also that he have a lot of sales. Many items sell more than 20, 30 sales and even 60 sales a month. If we look on the selling price, we see that these sellers is not selling such an expensive items, at least not here. If we will scroll down, we can see that maybe here there are more opportunities, okay? But after we see that this is a good seller, the titles, the statistics, the number of sales, everything, now we want to know if we can copy this item or not. So we will go one by one. And you remember what I said in the last video. In the last video I said that we are looking on the title, we are looking on number of sales, and we're looking on the selling price. If you're looking to make profit, and if you are now focusing on find items to make profit, you should focus on items above $20. You can also look on item with less, but probably the profit is going to be less. So usually I like to first start with the items that sell a lot, but also for expensive price. So as we can see, this item is a Lego pack. We see the title here, it's a nice title. We see that there are 44 items sold in the last 30 days for $34. So probably when I'm going to sell this item, I'm going to have around $3 profit. So what I do here to make sure that this items is item that I want to list to my store is I want to check the statistics of this specific title on Zik, on eBay, and to see what is the competition. Like we say, we always want to check the competition level and the demand level. The demand level, we can see here that, all right, just this item itself sold 44 times in the last 30 days. There is demand. There are people sitting home and looking for this item, okay? Now I want to see the competition level, and to see the competition level, I click on the button here. I run a research on this title. I want to see how many people selling the same item. As you can see here, there are 46 sellers selling the same items, and I can tell you this is too much competition, guys. When we copy items, when we go to other sellers and we take his item, we don't want to compete in more than 10 sellers under the same titles. Okay, so I see this number here. I'm not going even to check the statistic of this item, because 46 sellers competing these items, for me it's too much. So let's go back here. Let's try another item. Let's see this item. It's sells for $9. All right, it's $9. Usually I prefer to look for more expensive, but let's check this item. Let's click here. All right, so I see something interesting here. What I see here is that this item, there are only 7 sellers dropship this item from Amazon to eBay under this title. And this is very good for me, because here I can find an item that sold 44 items just but this seller in the last 30 days. And there are just 7 sellers competing. So let's checkbox here and make the Zig selection. Let's see a little bit more statistics about this product. So as you can see here, we see 928 sell-through rate. This is amazing, guys. Okay, and we see 7 listing only that sold 65 units. Successful listing is 71%. It's great. It is really great. Okay, let me explain you what we are doing when we making research on a specific product, because the way we read the statistic here when we make research on specific product is different than the way we read the statistics when we do niche research. Okay, we have a different numbers we have to consider. We have a different level of sell-through rate, different level of successful listings when we making market research on specific product, and there is different numbers that we will consider as good or bad when we do niche research. And as you can see here, it's amazing result. Usually when we make market research on specific product, like here, only one product here, we would like to have first of all no more than 10 listings competing. Okay, then we would like to have in the sell-through rate at least 100%, in successful listings at least 50%. So here at least 100%, here it is 50%. And of course, as much as more sell earnings, it's also depend on the average price. So here we have amazing result. This item that if we can sell in profit, we definitely want to sell in our store. Okay, because there is low competition, high demand, all the parameters fits to what we are looking for. Now let's scroll down and see the sellers that compete here. After we found these things, we want to see who are our competitors, how many feedbacks they have, what is the selling price, and based on that we will decide if this is a good item for us or not. Of course, also based on the purchase price on Amazon. So here we can see that the competitors are not so big. The first one with almost 6,000, then 3,000, then 520, then 4,000, then 193. And so we see that the sellers are all right. It's not like 100,000, 200,000 feedback sellers. Other things, we can see that most of them use the same title. We see that the number of sellers is decreasing dramatically, but still those sellers are selling. Then we see that this seller actually sell it more expensive than his competitors. It's interesting. Okay, this is a good seller. But look the second seller here. We talked about it when we looked for sellers, but I want to take this opportunity to see this as well here. This seller have just 3,000 feedbacks. He sold it 17 times and he sell it more expensive than all the rest. Okay. Also, this is sell expensive, even more expensive. Okay. So here is a little bit about how to recognize opportunity. However, if we're making market research, competitor research, and we come to the point that we want to look for items, to copy items from our seller, this item, if we can sell it with profit, it's great item. We can see here that if we can sell it between $12, even $14, look, even $14 to $9, and we have profit, we can sell this item, we are probably going to sell this item, okay? We only need to make sure that we have profit, we have a competitive price, we have a title. We not always need to be too the cheapest, and I'm going to talk about it in the future, in the next lessons. But this is a good item, we have a great statistic, we have a competition not too high, we have not too much competition, we have high demand. These kind of items, after you find it, you go to Amazon to check if you can get this item and make profit. So guys, thank you very much. I hope you understand how to source items from your competitors. In the next chapter, we're gonna learn more interesting stuff. So see you in the next video, and ciao ciao.